God speaks our identity before we see the outcome. I just want to sit with that for a moment. God knows who He created you to be. He sees that potential in you. And He is eagerly waiting for you to live into that. In verse 17, Paul says, that is what the scriptures mean when God told him, I have made you the father of many nations. We're going to stop there in verse 17. I have made you the father of many nations. Here, Paul is quoting Genesis and says that God told him, I've made you the father of these nations. Do you notice the tense? Not I will make, I have made you. Right? And at the time that God speaks this promise, Abraham didn't have a son through Sarah. Do you see? God declares His identity before the fulfillment appears. Think about that, brothers and sisters in Christ, with your identity. Abraham was called a father while still childless. You see, the promise shaped his identity before the circumstances caught up. In 2 Corinthians 5:17, very familiar passage to us now. This means that anyone who belongs to Christ has become. Notice the tense. Not will become. Has become a new person. The old life is gone. A new life has begun. Friends, which tense? Not like pitch a tent. Past or present tense. Which tense are you living in? The enemy wants you to stay rooted and connected to that past tense, to that old self. And he wants you to think that your performance, that if you keep trying harder, then maybe, just maybe, you'll get a little bit more like Jesus. All the while, God is saying, in Christ, I've already made you like my son. The choice that you have now is to live like you believe that truth or to believe the lie of the enemy. You see, that declaration comes before we feel different here in 2 Corinthians. Before we see the full change, just like the promise that God made to Abraham before he had this son. Before we see the outcome, God has said, this is who I've created you to be. Are you willing to trust me enough and let me mold you and shape you to be that person? Now,